I'm here with Democratic Mayor Vincent Gray of Washington, D.C. Thanks for stopping by ATV and talking
Glad
to
to
us.
be here.
All right. So let's get started. I wanted to first get to know you and your relationship with D.C. a little more. You were born here, graduated from GW, and started working in human relations. That was one of the entrances that you had in D.C. government. You're a D.C. native as well. Could you just start more about how graduating from a D.C. school and growing up here sparked an interest in local politics?
Well, I'm a native Washingtonian. Again, as you indicated, having been born and raised in the city, I'm a product of the public schools, and then went on to George Washington University, undergraduate and graduate school. So I'm as much of a homie as one can possibly imagine. I think it contributed to who I am as a person, and certainly being in political life is a part of who you are as a person. I really entered political life pretty late in my career. I spent a lot of my years working in human services. I worked for an organization, the Association for Retarded Citizens, now known as the ARC. I then spent 4 years working as the director of the Department of Human Services on some of the same issues, except broader, groups who needed help. And then I worked after that for a number of years as the executive director of Covenant House, which is an international organization serving young people who are homeless, runaway, or otherwise greatly at risk. I did that for 10 years here in the District of Columbia, including being the founding director of Covenant House. So a lot of that prepared me for political life, because so much of what I wanted to do is to be able to help other people. And frankly, political life is a way of being able to help others.
Now, when you were in the D.C. City Council, you worked on committees like economic development, with the sequester set to impact the area more than others in the United States. What steps has the city taken to be prepared for this?
We think our best estimates at this stage are, when you look at how much revenue will we lose coming into the city, we think it'll be about $50 million. And we've already taken that into consideration as we've projected revenue for the next few months and then next year. And then secondly, how much in grants are we likely to lose? We think that would be another $60 million. So the city could, as a result of sequestration, we could wind up losing $110 million, which is a lot of money.
This gets us to the issue of budget autonomy. And recently the referendum was passed. 83% of voters pretty much supported the measure of budget autonomy, that we should advocate for that. Congress has said that they will look at it. There hasn't been much strong opposition. How optimistic can we be regarding budget autonomy?
We have believed all along that we eventually will prevail. And this is one that I think we will prevail on. We've got some good friends in Congress. I've, for example, enjoyed working with Congressman Darrell Issa, who chairs the relevant committee having oversight of the District of Columbia.
So how does that play into statehood with the long-term goal of that?
I wish we could, get the entire goal achieved in one fell swoop. But this is one of those things where I think we'll have to take steps along the way, as much as we'd like to do otherwise. And certainly budget autonomy is one of those steps. We have demonstrated so ably our ability to manage our own dollars. We've had 15 to 16 years of consecutive budgets. We have a fund balance, which is our bank account for the city. That really is the envy of the nation. We have $1.5 billion in the bank at this stage, in our savings account and our fund balance. And also, we had something that was really unprecedented happen recently, and that is we got an upgrade from one of the bond rating agencies on Wall Street, when in fact people are happy to stay the same. And there's so many jurisdictions, counties, cities, states, that are being downgraded. We were upgraded.
One thing that college students always worry about is in the summer, how would they be able to find jobs? And jobs are pretty universal problem.
Sure.
So not only for college students, but for everybody else, how is the issue of jobs being addressed, even with the sequester and also?
Well, in a couple of ways. We have a very robust summer youth employment program, in which we guarantee every young person ages 14 to 21 that they will get a job if they want one for 6 weeks. And this year beginning July 1st and running until August 9th. The city helps to pay or pays the wages. We just try to get good quality jobs for our young people to be able to work in. I will say this, you have to be a D.C. resident in order to be able to qualify for one of those jobs. The important thing to us is not just a wage that will be earned by those young people who we help to get jobs, but something where they can learn something, where they can put it on their resume and really present that to someone in the future and say, I not only have a college degree, but these are the experiences that I've had as a result of summer employment. We've really been working hard also around technology, and it's one of the things as young people come out of college here in the city, there are an increasingly large number of technology jobs for which our college graduates can qualify. We've created, helped to create a place called 1776, which is for technology startups. They're creating jobs for people, they're creating new job opportunities, new approaches that will attract young people on a year-round basis. So I'd say our summer youth employment program, and especially the work that we are doing in technology in order to be able to open the door for young college graduates who we hope then will stay here, raise their families here, have their children go to our schools, and of course pay their taxes.